ऐसा माहौल था जो शायद बहुत ज़्यादा एक्शन फिल्मों में नज़र आता है, उस तरह का माहौल था कि ऊपर से हेलीकॉप्टर्स भी आ गए, नीचे से जब दूर हमें शिप्स नज़र आ रही थी तो हम लोग सोच रहे थे कि अभी हमें रोक लेंगे, लेकिन अचानक विद इन सेकेंड्स यू कैन से कि स्पीड बोट्स बिल्कुल शिप के साथ लग गई और उन्होंने नीचे से स्टन ग्रेनेड्स फेंकने शुरू किए, ऊपर से हेलीकॉप्टर्स बिल्कुल सर पे आ गए, उन्होंने फायरिंग शुरू कर दी, बहुत ना रुकने वाली फायरिंग का सिलसिला शुरू हो गया, लोग भागना शुरू हो गए, कुछ लोग जाके अंदर बैठ गए क्योंकि हम जर्नलिस्ट थे, हमने अपना काम करना था, हमने उस सारे इवेंट को जो भी हो रहा था उसको कवर करना था, अपने आप को सेफ रखने का भी ख्याल जहन में था और साथ हमें एक चीज़ और भी थी कि अब ये अटैक तो हो गया लेकिन अब हमने जो शूट किया उसको बचाना भी है।
इसराइलियों ने हर उस शख्स को निशाना बनाने की कोशिश की जिसके हाथ में कैमरा था। वो रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं चाहते थे और हर उस शख्स को निशाना बनाया जिसकी मौत के जरिए, जिसके जख्मों के जरिए शिप के कप्तान और उसकी टीम का मोरल तोड़ सके।
Hey brothers, take some of this. Some of this for. Give me the onion. No, give me the onion. Give me the onion.
The first wounded people that we helped was Osama Khashoggi. He was hyperventilating. He couldn't breathe. His eyes were rolling back, and he was breathing like that. And then the second wounded person was Turkish. Was a Turkish brother. I think he got hit by a rubber bullet as well, but he was in more of a shock than the first one because he was shaking and kept saying his shahada and doing this with his hand. And I kept saying to him, "Brother, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay." And as I was doing that, we pulled the shahid. Arif was screaming to me, "Another one, another one, another one." So I ran to him. I helped pull this person, and the only thing that I knew then was to look for someone's wound because I know nothing medically. So I kept looking for Jevdet's wound. I was flipping his body in and out, back and forth, thinking, what is happening to him? Why isn't he moving? And how come the blood on the floor keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger surrounding his body? I saw something here in Jevdet's face, and I thought it was a pimple. I thought it was nothing. I didn't think it was a wound. I kept on looking for his wound. And then Arif started to feel for his heartbeat, but he couldn't find any. And Osama was supporting Jevdet. Jevdet, I don't know what saddens me more. I mean, whether it was to see Jevdet or to hear Osama crying. Those two experiences I've never had in my entire life.
This is what humanity is treated by. This is what humanity is treated by.
The most painful incidents that happened on the ship is when I saw Jawdat, who I loved in a short space of time, and he was shot in his head, and that incident was very much one of the incidents that watched when I was 9 years old in Palestine. My friend, my neighbor, was killed in the same position. He was shot between his eyes and his brain was in my father's hands. And I couldn't believe it that 20 years later, I am carrying the brain of my friend who was shot right in front of me. So it was a shock, it was a flashback, it was a very, very painful reminder of a very violent, painful experience I lived when I was 9 years old in Palestine. And it wasn't, it was an outrage reaction, sad, painful, and at the same time, it's horrible. I mean, the scene of a bloody massacre, when you, just a second ago, you're talking to your friend, and between a second and the other, you're carrying his brain. It's just an undescribable feeling in which you just completely feel paralyzed. It's just, you know, the sense of utter desperate emptiness and sadness and loneliness and pain is very hard to express, and then you find yourself exploding really, because you can't take so much sometimes.
The killing of Duan, the young student, because he also, I work as a professor at Uppsala University. and he wanted to go to Uppsala University to study peace and conflict research, and I was supposed to help him. So when he was shot, that was very strong, but everything was very strong.
It was very fast, and we, the women, were told, women go downstairs, and all I could see is like, you know, a few minutes later, bodies coming, injured, dead. They posed right next to me, and then people putting the flags over them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was like, what's going on? This is a carnage, you know?
There are 12 representatives of Indonesian country, 2 girls and 10 boys. One journalist, he got shot on the shoulder, but the bullet didn't go through. The bullet went down, breaking his lung, hurting his diaphragm, hurting his 3rd rib, and the bullet ended right before his pelvic bone. And the other one got shot here at his hand. The hand broke in 3 places, and he's okay too.
And the megaphone's going, we need medical assistance. And then later on, we found out we captured Israeli soldiers and we didn't kill them. Trying to present a good example, like, look, we can kill you guys and we don't. Why don't you do the same? Be human. But that was not something we managed to convince the Israeli army.
Trust me, if we wanted to kill Israeli soldiers, and you know that, we would have killed at least 10 of them. We arrested some of the soldiers. We had their guns in our hands. If we wanted to shoot, we would have shot them. We were not going to shoot. We were not going on a terrorist mission. We were not going on a violent mission. We defended ourselves. We tried very, very, very much to secure and protect our ships. We used whatever we could to protect it. Shoes, chairs, fishing rods, pipes, whatever we could have our hands on, we used to protect our ship. It's within our right. It's an international right to protect yourself. We did not aim to kill. We did not want to kill. If that was an attitude, trust me, I can guarantee you, at least 10 Israeli soldiers would have been dead by now.